Hey guys, hope you are well. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing with you 3 steps to formulate the most effective launch plan when launching products on Amazon in 2019. I'm going to share with you 3 fundamental steps that are absolutely essential to your success. So stick around. If you're someone who wants to build a business that's going to build financial freedom in your life and help you live a life that's not restrained by the grip that money places over time, make sure you do subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of the content. And let's get into the video today. All right, hey gang, welcome to part 2 of this mini series that I'm doing on Amazon product launch. How to successfully launch a product on the Amazon platform, how to take your product and place it in front of as many people as possible. In part 1, we talked all about velocity, ranking, and visibility. Remember, the goal of launching a product on Amazon is visibility, and therefore, if we're going to do that, we need to get velocity. Amazon rewards velocity, sales velocity, because that leads to keyword ranking, which is what gives us our visibility. If that sounds like another language to you and doesn't make any sense, make sure you check out part 1 up here, down there, somewhere around. You can check out part 1 of this product launch mini series and check out everything we talked about there. In part 2 today, I'm going to talk about how we actually generate the velocity required. What are the options available to me today if I want to generate velocity of sales on the Amazon platform? All right, let's get into it. The first option we have is on Amazon. The options available to us on the Amazon platform, and these are as follows: optimize and pray. Number 1, just what you could do to launch a product is optimize it, do your title, your listing, your bullet points, your photos, or optimize your price, get some reviews, do that kind of stuff, and then just put it up there and hope and pray that it gets some traction. I mean, that is an option to you, and in maybe less competitive markets it may still work, but generally in 2019 it doesn't work as well as we want it to, unfortunately, but that's the name of the game. And then the second option you've got, in the UK they're called vouchers, in the US they're called coupons, go figure, but basically that's a facility that Amazon provides for you to be able to put a little orange ticket next to your product listing that says percentage off or amount of monetary value off, say £5 off or $5 off, and so you can add that to your listing, which obviously incentivizes the customer and creates a more attractive proposition for them. So you can combine that with an optimized listing or an already low price, and then add that to your listing and hope that again that entices some customers in when they do find your product somehow in low down in the rankings. And the third on Amazon option obviously is PPC, pay-per-click advertising. If you don't know much about pay-per-click advertising, make sure you check out the link above, and that teaches you all about pay-per-click. 3 different videos, gives you a comprehensive outlook of what PPC is all about. So that is on Amazon. What about off Amazon? Well, we have things like a customer list, which is a great thing to do, which is building up contact information of customers who are buying from you. Not only are they buying from you, they hopefully are interested to buy from you again. So this is a great way to launch products. There are some ways you can do this before you've launched a product, but it of course does get easier every time you launch a product as you build up a customer database. It's not possible to build a customer database on Amazon. You actually need to do some things off Amazon to build your customer database. Things such as running competitions on a service like Gleam.io, where you can run a competition, collect customer information, and then remarket to those customers. You can actually put content out there on your website and hopefully begin to drive traffic to your website and get customers on your VIP list on your website. That's another way to build up your customer list. A couple of ways there. Also off Amazon, you've got of course Facebook ads, another way to generate sales whilst also gathering customer information. There's many ways you can use Facebook ads. You can use Facebook offers. You can also do a ManyChat campaign where you basically run an automated campaign through a Facebook chat bot, a messenger bot that you can actually run the campaign through and distribute coupons through. It can get a little bit complex, so this is not sort of beginner stuff, but that is a possibility out there for you too. And then you've also got things like influencers, people that have got a lot of a following on social media that are in your niche. For instance, if you're selling a fitness product, you might want to go to someone who is, is a fitness influencer, health and fitness influencer, cooking product, a chef, those kind of things. And, you can go to influencers and ask them to market your product for you for a fee, or if they're more what we call like a micro influencer, maybe under 10,000 followers on a platform, you can also just offer them the product for free. If you've got a great product and you want to offer it to them for free, they might say, hey, yeah, sure, I'll promote this if you give me a free one of those. So that's another option for you. And then you give them a link through which to buy the product, and you can launch your product that way. Launch service is our other option, is our sort of our, not final option, but one of the other of the main three options that I'm going to be talking about today. And then of course you can use a combination of the above. So when we're talking about how to launch our products and which method to choose, I want to give you 3 steps today in order to formulate the best plan possible. Stick with me for the next few minutes because this will be really, really helpful. The first step is to find your target keywords. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think that if I'm going to launch a product, say for instance, a Bluetooth headphones, and the people that I want to sell match the ranking of are selling maybe 300 units a month, then I have to actually sell 300 units a month in order to compete with them. And whilst that is some of the truth, it's not the most accurate truth, because what we actually need to do is not just replicate their sales, but we need to replicate their sales that they are attributed to that product through this keyword. So for instance, right, if we're going after Bluetooth headphones, they may be getting 300 sales a month, but maybe only 200 of them are coming from the term Bluetooth headphones. Maybe the other 100 are coming from a combination of headphones and gym headphones and wireless headphones. You get the picture. There's lots of ways people can search for products. And so what we need to do then is find keywords that have the right amount of search volume and competition in order for us to be able to compete with them. Let me show you how you can do that. Okay, we're inside a tool here called Helium 10, which you can grab a free trial of and also a free plan of. A link is in the description below. Really great tool. You've got a whole bunch of different tools here. You've got product research, you've got trend finders, you've got reverse ASIN, you've got a really great set of tools to be able to build your listings in the most optimized way. You can track your keywords, you can do a whole bunch of things here. It's also got a profits tool in here which shows you the analytics of your business, which is super helpful. Can't recommend this stuff enough. But what we're doing here is we come into Magnet, which is keyword research, and we talked about Bluetooth headphones before. And so what we will do is we'll search for Bluetooth headphones on amazon.co.uk. Obviously you would use your product, the most common way to describe your product in here. I'm just using this as an example. Please don't source Bluetooth headphones because the competition is absolutely insane. The search volume is massive, as you'll see. But the competition is insane too. And so what I tend to do is I sort by exact phrase search volume to give us the most sought after or the most searched phrases at the top here. And then there's a whole load of different filters that you can use to sort of minimize these, take some out, so you're not looking at thousands and thousands. You see here you've got total keywords 1100. You might want to minimize that a bit, or you may just want to go down and find the level that you want to play at. Figure out how much of a budget you've got to look at, which we'll look at in a minute, and then you can look at the search volume and the competition of these keywords. One note I will give is that recently Amazon stopped feeding the data of search volume to these tools, all of them, and so this isn't necessarily up to the minute day-to-day accurate data, but this is data that has been collected over a year, the last sort of year or so, and now is sort of being extrapolated out into current formats. So whilst this isn't super accurate and it's not exact numbers today, it actually does give us the greatest and most accurate idea for what search volume is, because if it was like this last year, chances are it's going to continue to be like it this year. As tools get updated, and if there are tools that improve on this and develop from this, then of course I'll keep you updated on those too. So what we're going to look at is we're going to find a giveaway number that we are happy and comfortable with. As I said, Bluetooth headphones are a hugely competitive market, so the number of giveaways is going to be huge here. But for instance, maybe you want to give away 50 units of your product in total. That's where you feel you want to sit. And what you want to do is you want to find a keyword that has the right kind of giveaway giveaway number for you to be able to compete with. All right, so here we found some that are 40, 48, 32, this kind of range. Maybe that's the range you want to be at, so you might go for sport headphones, and so then you're going to do your giveaway targeting this keyword. So the first thing you want to do, step one to a successful launch, is finding the keyword or keywords you want to target. Pro tip, great little strategy, is when you start with a lower volume keyword and then build your way up. You can launch to one of these keywords, and then next time you do a reorder of your stock, maybe you could allocate 60 or 70 to give away, and then you could give away for a higher volume keyword and gradually increase your rankings for a whole wide collection of volume keywords. And what I would say, guys, is if you don't have this tool, or you're not interested in getting this tool, or you want to find it out from someone else, what you can also do is create an account at Viral Launch. A link to Viral Launch is in the description below, and you can actually go through the launch process with them and talk to one of their coaches, and they will, free of charge, help you know how many units you might need to give away for a certain keyword. They'll give you some guidance and some instruction on it based on their data and their algorithms, which are some of the best in the game too, and they do that in order to be able to help you decipher what keywords and whether launching with them is the best option for you and your business. So that's another way you can find out this keyword information. All right, so let's look at step two. Okay, guys, so step two, after we targeted our keywords, is to calculate our cost. The reason we target keywords first, or get an idea for this, you might have to go back and forth between these two, is because you need to know roughly how many units you're going to need to give away to rank for a certain keyword. And then you're going to want to come to your budget, see if that fits. If it doesn't fit, you've got a better idea now of how it works. You can go back to the keywords and then try and find a keyword that fits your budget. Again, what I would say, as I said in the last installment of this series, is that this is an investment. So you might think like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money, but remember, it's an investment to get you the visibility that's going to bring you a whole host of organic sales. Remember, there's billions of visits to the Amazon website every month. We don't need to find customers. We just need to make sure our customers can find us. All right, so calculate cost. Scenario here is a £20 goal price, and maybe for an example that we would reduce it to £15 as our beginning launch price, where we're starting at, and our goal within, say, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, is to get to the price of £20. I've worked this out on a 50 unit giveaway, which is what we would deem to be the necessary number in order to get us to page one. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to analyze each of these three main options. Of course, there are a few options within each of the main headings, but just to make our lives, my life, easier, we're just going to do the three headings of different strategies: on Amazon, off Amazon, and launch service. Of course, when we're talking on Amazon, we're talking optimize and pray, we're talking coupons or vouchers and PPC. Off Amazon, we're looking at Facebook ads, we're looking at influencer ads, we're looking at building a customer list, and then launch service is a launch service. So let's look at some costings for each of these. We're doing it on a per unit basis, then I'll calculate the total at the end based on the 50 unit giveaway. So our selling price on Amazon is obviously going to be our £15 launch price. If we're going off Amazon, what we tend to see is that to be able to get things to convert, it does vary product to product, but you're looking at least a 50% discount on Facebook to be able to achieve the volume within a short space of time that you need to do. And now, obviously, Facebook advertising to launch is a whole complex matter in itself. I do teach a whole bunch of stuff about it in the Amazon Masters, which is a link for in the description below, but it is quite complex, which we won't go into today. And then our selling price for the launch service. What companies like Viral Launch and other launch companies will suggest is you actually launch your product at an 80 to 90% discount. And now, when I first heard about this, it freaked me out. Like, oh my gosh, that is absolutely absurd. And of course, that's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money to invest and to discount off your product. But like I said, let's just have a little bit of patience. Let's talk about the numbers and why we might do that in a moment. All right, the next thing is obviously our landed cost for our units, and I'm giving an example, real life example of a product we recently launched. Landed cost £5, goal price selling at £20. Our Amazon fees, These vary from method because on Amazon we are charging the full £15, but as the price goes down, obviously our 15% fee of the selling price goes down. Unfortunately, the fulfillment fee doesn't go down, so there is still a high percentage of fees for the lower selling amounts for the different methods. And then ad spend on Amazon, of course, our ad spend is going to be through PPC. And now I've done this on a basis of a 30% ACOS. Again, if you don't know what ACOS means or PPC is, check out the PPC tutorials linked, but we're looking at about a 30% ACOS, which is pretty reasonable when launching a product. That's a fair sort of estimation, probably on the good side of the ACOS there actually. And then off Amazon here at £1.50 total, that's on an estimation of 20% of our cost per click or cost per purchase, and that being because we are offering a 50% discount, which is obviously quite attractive. And then of course our ad spend for a launch service is none, because we don't actually do any advertising ourselves. Actually, the launch service, for instance Viral Launch, do all of the advertising for us of our product. The next element is the service fee. Obviously how much we're paying for the service on Amazon. We're not paying anything unless we do coupons and vouchers. Those do vary in price, how much they cost. They cost a per unit or per redemption amount for coupons and vouchers, depending on which marketplace you're selling it in. It does vary, but this is something to consider. I haven't included it here, but if you wanted to include that, that's also worth considering. Off Amazon, again, obviously no service fees, because presumably when you're launching, just starting out, you're going to be doing your Facebook advertising yourself. But of course, with the launch service, there is a launch fee. Now, I've based this on the current Viral Launch price for a UK launch, which is $100, which works out around about £80, just under at the moment. And that's then divided by 50 units, which is our scenario for this giveaway. Obviously lots of variables in that. Give away more units and your cost per unit for the launch service goes down, but you're then giving away more units. Also, the launch price in the US is much higher, around $400. And also, if you're launching in the European markets right now, at time of going to press, that is actually free on Viral Launch. So again, that's going to be a variable in that, but this is just really to try and give you an example to help you make the calculations yourself. So what we're looking at in terms of a profit loss per unit on Amazon, off Amazon launch service, and then calculate it as a total profit and loss. And so on Amazon profit and loss in this scenario, which is just an example before I get any haters, £75 profit on Amazon, £93.75 loss off Amazon, and a £290 loss using a launch service. Now, of course, it begs the question, well, why would you do that? Ben, if you're losing £290 off using a launch service, but gaining 75 on Amazon, why would you bother using a launch service? And now, of course, my response to that would be because these are ideal scenarios. And these two columns here are much harder to control and provide you with the ideal scenario than the launch service here. Let's go to step 3, which is to formulate our strategy, and it's to analyze each of these. Now we know the costs and we understand these processes a little bit more. Let's take a look at these 3 options. Let's take a look at them again in our 3 columns. Firstly, the cost. As we've just discovered, the cost for on Amazon is potentially much lower than the other options. Our cost off Amazon in terms of Facebook ads, building our list, etc., is in the medium range, but launch service, obviously because of the cost of giving away units, is a high cost. But here's the thing, what we get from that is with the speed on Amazon does tend to be slower. The way that you can launch a product purely on Amazon without anything off Amazon is actually much slower and isn't anywhere near as guaranteed to bring you results. Nothing's guaranteed, right, in this game, but it's launching on Amazon is nowhere near as sure to bring you results as the other methods. So it can take much longer. Off Amazon as well, there's testing of Facebook ads, there's just lots of testing to go on, lots of trialing to happen, and so it can take a bit longer. But obviously with your launch service, you supply Viral Launch or another company with your coupon codes, and you set it all up, and then bam, you do sort of a 7, 8, 10-day launch, and then you're going to get some immediate results because of that launch. So that's the speed aspect of it. And then you've also got the ease aspect of it. And again, launch service comes out trumps on this one, because again, what you do is you provide the launch service with everything they need, and then they do everything for you. I'm not necessarily suggesting this, and in all of this, I'm not telling you how you should formulate this strategy. I'm just telling you how it is, so you can use the different aspects of launch services to fit your criteria, what you need. You might be out there right now and you're saying, look, I just need some quick sales. Well, I just need some quick ranking. I've been struggling and trying and wasting money on Facebook ads and PPC through the nose, and it's just so hard. Head to Viral Launch, invest some money in a launch, and just watch and see how that can improve your ranking for a certain keyword. But maybe you're at the stage of your business where you're saying, you know what, I really want to build a customer list. I really want to build a database that I can launch products to in the future. So I'm going to take the time, I'm going to invest in myself, I'm going to learn Facebook advertising, I'm going to learn about influencer marketing, I'm going to learn how to create content, build a customer list. I'm going to put in the work and the effort and spend the time. I'm going to do the hard work, this hard work here. I'm going to do it. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to do it because the long-term rewards are worth it. Or maybe for you, you're in a market that is less competitive than many others, and so for you, you can launch on Amazon. You can spend the time testing PPC and running coupons and optimizing your listing really well, and that's going to work for you, because in reality their effectiveness across all of these different aspects are variable depending on your circumstances, your product, and so there's no way for me to say this is the best launch strategy. What I intended to do with this video was completely lay out for you what are the options for you and how to engage with those options. I realize I probably haven't gone into detail of every single option ever of how you could logistically and practically work all these things out, but these are this is the structure for you to enable you to now go away and formulate what is the best strategy for you. In part 3 I've got coming up real soon is lessons from 20 launches. Having done 20 launches with multiple products in multiple marketplaces, I'm going to give you my most important lessons that I've learned along the journey. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's got a principle in it that I've called the shotgun and sniper principle, which could be a real game changer for your business. So make sure you do keep an eye out for that. If you have enjoyed the video today, make sure you do like the video. That really helps other people see this and helps their business too. Leave me a comment below, and maybe let me know which launch methods you've used in the past, or which launch method you're planning to use for your next product launch, and that'd be super helpful for me and the whole community too. If you would like to know more about how I can help you, how I can support you on your journey, I want to coach as many people as I can to be successful with this business model. And so if you want more information on that, there's information in the description below. There's my master's program, there's the free content that I've got for you too, and I would love to help you on the journey. Hit me up, follow me on Instagram, shoot me a DM there, and again, make sure if you do like the content, make sure you subscribe, hit my ugly mug below, turn that notification bell on, so you do know when this content is coming out. I'm really hoping to help as many people be freed from the grip that money places over time, to live a life of freedom and a life of purpose. So hope that's you, and I hope to see you in the next video real soon.